my intention for this video is to show you how to access the debug menu, where you can manipulate the code and end the game early, and put some items in your inventory, blah blah blah, all these fun things. I ended up finding a bit more than that. We'll get into that in a sec. The first thing you want to do to access the debug menu is to progress the game until Tucson. Buy all the skip sandwiches you can hold, then go back to Onet, up to your house, get to this spot on the wall, eat a skip sandwich, which helps you move quicker and can manipulate the pixels. Boom! After a couple attempts, I got through and was pumped. Check out this area you get to see over and over again. I finally get to walk in. Surprised that there's so much surface here. Okay, once you're done wandering, head over to the furthest corner. The route I turned out ended up being a harder, more erratic way of accessing the debug menu. There are easier ways, but I'll link that in the description. So finally I got some reaction out of the glitching area. The game tries to access a bunch of random code to pull up the menu, but if you don't do the steps properly, then it crashes. Happened a few times. Then it crashes and brings up this like star storm sound effect. So I run through it again and again and get the same thing. Apparently there are multiple things that can occur. So this is where it gets exciting. The game kind of crashed and I reloaded it, but like the save sets were messed up. Anyway, so this time I reset the game and I loaded a save spot that loads Ness at level 50 to start the game. I'll link that file in the description too to check out. It's as easy as dropping a file into your emulated folder and then accessing it. So let's check out what Earthbound is like when playing as Ness starting at level 50. Right off the bat, look at this. 999 HP and PP. And a whole bunch of other stuff. Clearly there's a little bit of more manipulation than level 50 because your stats are not this high at 50. So I zip through the beginning and wait for Pokey to get home, wake up all that, then I check out my inventory better and I have the best weapons and accessories in the game. So this file is pretty legit. It takes a battle dynamic out of the game essentially because you can just progress and don't have to worry about grinding or all that fun stuff. I loaded all the things up and head out, but the game code is kind of triggered to have Pokey leaves once you have the cracked bat. So you can't leave without that thing, so that's kind of interesting. So I had to move around inventory and stuff. Since the story isn't going to change, I'm going to focus on how the bosses react to level 50 Ness. Starman, normally you're at level 3 max, and it's kind of a fun tidbit that if you do progress in the game normally and you have shield and you put a shield on, it'll cancel out Buzz shield, you die, it crashes the game because they don't expect you to do that. His bash does some serious damage, Rockin' does some serious damage of course. But he's not affected by paralysis or hypnosis or any of that, so I'm kind of thinking that like it's not coded for his character to get unaffected that. I have no idea. So I beat him, move on, and buy some things, and realize that the file also has the glitch when it comes to the money, and you have all the money in the freaking world. So the first thing I do is I go to the house at the seashore, buy the Onet house, bada boom, bada bing. For those who haven't seen inside, here you go. And honestly, the best part of this whole thing is how it connects to Mother 3. If you guys are a fan of that, you'll find the same magazine in the drawer in a facility in Mother 3, and the text is identical, so that's kind of cool. Okay, moving on. So head over to Frank's place, we'll see what he can handle. He is unaffected by hypnosis paralysis as well, so maybe his sprite is programmed to do about the same thing. I don't know. Frankenstein is pretty similar. I'm zipping through at this point. On to Titanic. And some moves are starting to affect them, falling asleep, getting paralyzed. Mind you, you're normally at level 7, maybe 8, so this is an unfair battle. I didn't waste any time with this character, on which the cops. Captain Battle is Cake, of course, and then you go to Tucson and finally over to Everdread. Push over, as expected. Now on to FANDOM, which is pretty easy. And then you save Paula, get the Franklin badge, fight the painter, and nothing special with these battles. It's you're tearing through. Okay, so I save Paula and see what her stats are. She's level 52. This is awesome. But there's something I didn't notice at first. She has no concept of an experience counter. So I get into a fight with a crow, which gives you 1 experience point. And since she doesn't know what the limits are, so it just levels all the way up to level 99. And that's that. Boom. It was incredible. I'm like, okay, well, that does that. I'm going to wrap up the video for now. If you have any questions on how to do this, I'd be more than happy to explain it to you in the comments. I'll put some links to things you can check out. Hope you enjoyed it, and of course, please leave a like. It's helpful for me to get views from people. Subscribe if you want to see something more Earthbound related. I do a lot of Earthbound video game stuff because I'm a big Earthbound fan. Check out the links in the description. Do it yourself. It's so easy to do. It's fun to do, and it's one of those things too where you play the game so often, and it's kind of a fun way of changing things up. You don't have to worry about this and that. You literally just play the game. Alright guys, we will see you next time. Peace out, Sauerkraut. Have a good Monday.